Hey everyone, wanted to do a second video about drill sheets, and on this one I have used only major seventh, dominant seventh, and minor seventh chords. So we're going to get lots of practice on those three chord types, and then the melody note will be either the root, the third, the fifth, or the seventh. So there's no tensions, no ninths, 11ths, or 13ths in here. And we're going to use the standard formulas that I've talked about before, and let me just demonstrate them real quickly. I'll use a C dominant seventh chord. So the formulas are: if the root is on top, if the 1 is on top, 1, 7, 3, 5, 1. If the third is on top, 1, 5, 3, 7, 3. If the fifth is on top, 1, 5, 7, 3, 5. And if the seventh is on top, 1, 5, 7, 3, 7. One exception to this is when I'm doing a dominant seventh chord, I've come to like doing it this way better: 1, 7, 3, 7, 3, without a fifth. Because when you start moving these chords around and changing them a little bit to make richer chords, you're going to be leaving the fifth out. And on a dominant seventh chord, I just think it works better to, in most jazz situations, to avoid the fifth there. So you may see me not breaking the regular formula on dominant seventh chords when the third is on top. I'll do this without the metronome, though you should strive to knowing the chords well enough that you can do it with a metronome. And you would set it somewhere kind of slow at 4 beats for each chord and do something like. And obviously you could do it faster as you improve. Occasionally you'll see me play a shortened version of the chord if the melody note's real low, like right here for A7. Maybe instead of doing this whole big formula, I would just shorten it to this. And that's where you take out the doubled note. See, this note is in the chord twice. So you can take that one out and then move the left hand up here. And I'm trying not to look down at the keyboard, but let me move this mic out of the way so I can see my fingers once in a while. Well, there was a few little mishaps along the way, and there is one little misprint there that D7 should be D minor 7, I guess. The pollen count is over 6,000 here in Marietta today, so excuse my rather hoarse voice. Now, you could use these drill sheets in slightly other ways. Like if you're just starting with some chords, you could if you're just starting to learn your chords, say in root position or inversions, you could try to do some voice leading through this, just using kind of simple chords. Like there could be A seventh, and then for E major seventh, right there, and then C minor seventh. Trying to get the melody note on top, and then I'm trying to voice lead with this hand. So in other words, just stay in one little area like that, and A flat major seventh, like that, but there's the melody. And then you could also even possibly scale through these things, playing chords. Just follow the chords actually, and not even look at the notes, and just play the appropriate scale, like Mixolydian, major scale, and pick a minor scale you want to work on, Dorian. Okay, so there's another drill sheet, and there's a few blank ones I put down there in the PDF too, just the notes there, so you could use those as some starting points and write in different kind of chords. You could treat all those notes as tensions and write chord voicings where those notes would appear as tensions. And I think, actually writing down your own drill sheet is just as useful as actually sitting there and playing them, because you have to think about them to make a chord where that note would make sense. So like if I was going to do some tensions, okay, C sharp, that could be like the 11th of a G sharp minor chord. So I could write G sharp minor up there, play that chord. And the next one, B, could be the 11th of an F sharp minor chord. I'll do that. I could do a lot of chords that way, but B flat minor 11th. Let's practice that. F sharp minor, or F minor 11th, the next one. So anyway, have fun with drill sheets, and hope you get hope you have a clearer understanding now of how to use them. And I actually found it pretty difficult to get through these things unscathed. So if you haven't taken your basic chord types and these formulas through the cycle a lot of times, and really know how to do that, and maybe just try them in chromatic keys and things like that. If you haven't done that, then drill sheets are going to be too hard. They will be too hard. You'll sit there and think for 5 minutes on each chord. So design your own drill sheets and tailor them to what you need to study. So as always, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I will see you soon.